What's up guys, Skillionaire here, and I'm going to show you a 2v2 today. A very special game. It includes in the orange corner myself, building up here in what is a interesting spawn. We got a bunch of trees here, so we don't have to worry too much about traveling far for trees like you sometimes do. There's a nice position in between the berries and the trees where you can put your warehouse, which is always useful. I'm kind of connected to water, so there's a lot of fishing opportunities here. My teammate in the blue, good sir, kind sir, has found himself in an unusual situation. The split is down the middle of the map, and he is usually our backline, because in case you don't know, if you queue in a 2v2 and you're the party leader, you're usually the backline, and the guy who joins your party goes to the front. Now in this case, our enemies are pinging us because they found where we are. In this case, I am still technically the front line, because as you can see here in the yellow corner, there's a guy called Kushek Executioner, and he is building, interestingly, similarly to myself, although he's got his houses down here. At this stage of the game, you can't really see much, so you just, because you're covered in fog, right? Like, let's see how much I can see at this point. Oh no, it's not me. That's how much Red can see, I guess. So it's like it's very little coverage. Let me flip these around. There we go. Yeah, so it's like very little. At this point, of course, I've explored more around me, but by the time you start first putting down your house. So I'm building my temple here as well next to this tree line, because the temple acts as a very large warehouse. Anyway, where was I? In the red corner, we have our final player, Bobak, who is of course the teammate of Kushek Executioner. He has built a nice route along the back. I suppose this strategy is useful if you're planning to get out lots of units from your houses. So militiamen from Eastern European houses, so they don't get trapped, I guess, maybe. Although I gotta say I do prefer my teammate's way of doing it. He's very immediately identified that his back is against the edge of the map here, so he's built his houses along here to make it harder for his opponent if he rushes in or charges in to get to his workers. So his workers are more protected. So some pings are coming out, flying out. I identified that the map is a split here and now. I'm pinging that there's water here, and I'm basically telling him that this is I am not quite close to my guy, despite being the front line, as I was saying, because as you can see, we are close to each other, and our back lines are further away from each other. But because of the way the map is spawned, they've found themselves to technically be on the front of the action, right? So let's see how this proceeds. I've got a bunch of warehouses now. I'm really trying to focus on my economy. Let's see how my mate's economy is doing. Changing player now, and he is doing all right too. He's doing all right as well. He's having to fight a ball here. Can you micro? Yes, you can. That's my guy. Alright. There's a cow here too as well, so good extra food for him in the early game. He's going to need it. He's going to fight. Red player's almost exhausted his berries already. Not the best control of your workers here. I mean, I suppose if you're really desperate, but I would take some of them off. It's starting to be a detriment. This temple was built down here, as opposed to my mate, who's put it right against the back. But of course next to the stone. In my opinion, I think you always want to put your temple next to either wood or stone, because in the early game you need that sort of connection. It's the resource you need the most, is wood, I think. Okay, let's have a look. My teammate's struggling with his berries as well, but it's okay because he's got his farm now. I'm actually sending over some migrants to my player's base because I want to support him in the event that he gets attacked. I, however, do not have enough food to upgrade my workers to build anything for him yet, as I have reached Asia. My teammate, as you noticed, has reached Europe. Our opponents, the guy directly opposite me, my mirror, has reached Asia as well, and his mirror has reached Europe. So it's Europe and Asia versus Europe and Asia, which I think is fairly common in the 2v2 scene. I'm seeing that quite a lot. I am wondering if maybe at the very, very top of the scene, is that different when you reach the very, very top? Here we go, these fishing ships coming out. Mine are already there, baby. I've noticed this water, and I never let water go to waste. It's not when I'm playing Asia. I do wonder if the very top is the very top of the ladder. Is it Asia and Asia, or even Europe and Europe? I don't imagine it is, but it could be. So I'm not sure. In my experience, when I'm playing sort of around the middle of the ladder, that kind of thing, and sometimes on the lower end, if I haven't played for a while, I need to get back up. Um, I seem to think the most common is Europe and Asia. We'll see. It's got a nice little access to the tree line here, although I think you could maybe use another warehouse there. Maybe, maybe not. It's not the end. It's not the worst. It's not the worst thing you can do. He's put himself a nice little circle, isn't he? Sort of protected himself. Now I see what he's sort of going for with his houses. I've gone for sort of 2 lines here. Didn't really see a very advantageous way to build, so I just went for it. Let me know if you feel otherwise. I'm upgrading everything. Got my fishing ships up. Got my tower ready, just in case my fishing ships get attacked. And my workers sort of fumbling around here. I'm finally able to build my friends the shooting ranges to defend his base. I was expecting a possible big land battle here, slugging it out, you know, forces, infantry versus infantry, and I thought I can support my mate with some cheap Asian archers. That could make a big difference. But also I've got another plan in my mind, right? I'm doing these upgrades. You'll see why soon. I mean, of course, you always want to do the upgrades, but I specifically thought the sooner I get the shooting range out on his side, the sooner I can get this upgrade for my next plan, which you'll see soon. My mate has already got a bunch of archers up. I suppose he's amassing a force before he goes in. To be honest, he could probably go in with what he has here. That's more than enough to cause some harassment. There you go. He's on the move. My some workers decided to stay here and get some woods. In my experience, I do find it's not a bad idea to have some workers in your opponent's, in your teammate's base, in case you get start getting harassed and there's no safe place for you to go. Who's under attack? Oh, my mate scout, and he has scouted a cavalry. If I recall correctly, at this point he's pinging it. He's pinging, saying cavalry, cavalry. Which, to be fair, we thought we were expecting to see already. I mean, large map, mostly flat plains. Quite realistic to real life, actually. And cavalry is great in those environments, in both the game and real life. So he's gone for it here. He's managed to catch these horses, even though he's being attacked by this downpour, and he's doing a decent amount of damage actually. But unfortunately, you know, these cavalry can just get around him, and he can't really stop them. So he's going to go in and harass some workers. But Red has realised, Bobek, hey, Bobak. He's like, oh damn, you know, this guy's going to kill my workers, I don't have any defense. So he's going to use the cavalry to kill the archers after all, instead of running away. And it's probably the right move. He's got even more coming up. So how are we responding to this? How are we responding to the fact that we know that his opponent, our opponent has cavalry? Let's find out. I pumped out some archers here in preparation for when he hits this area to attack. Or at least where we thought he was going to hit. The archers are slowly but surely dying, trapped in here. European workers with their spears actually do a good amount of damage, you know. So you can sort of defend with a mass of them. And Yellow has brought out his own spearmen now. But Yellow has a surprise coming his way. That's right, Skillionaire is at it again. Every map is an island map. It also helps that just before this we played an island map and won, and I did this sort of strategy, so I was like, you know what, I'm doing it again. Who cares if it's not an actual island map? Let's see how I get there. But first, we're sort of amassing some forces here, building some towers. I'm building some towers too. This is more of a desperate sort of like, this cavalry could come my way. Could I have built a wall? I mean, maybe, but like, look, that's so hard to build a wall here. I guess I could have tried. I don't think I would have done it in time. I just decided to instead invest all my resources here, and I've started building towers and stuff. Now he's building this tower, yeah, but if I go to his vision, I actually don't think he can see me, Kushek Executioner. I mean, he should be able to, but he's built one tower here and he just sort of stopped, and he has the resources to build more, maybe because he's focusing on the front line, I don't know. And so when I saw that tower, I was like, yeah, Red makes a smart decision not to sort of go in through here. I mean, he could have, but he decides he's going to go for me, which is definitely the right move by chance, because even though I built a bunch of towers to defend myself, I'm not ready. So this is the bit where it gets really interesting. My micro gets absolutely intense. Look, they're pinging each other, go for this, go for that, go for this. I start hiding my workers in here, but it's not just that. I'm building here. Check it out. Skillionaire is going to be a pain in this guy's ass. This is why I think he doesn't know. He hasn't actually done anything. He built that one tower, but I don't know if it was just by chance he was already building that. So anyway, I invest. Remember I already got those upgrades? It's because I was planning to pump workers out, troops out here that are fully upgraded. I'm hiding all my workers in the towers. And occasionally, if I have enough micro in me, I take them back out. They go to work because I know that the horses are not there. And what I've essentially done here is I have sacrificed my base to invest in the opponent's base. I suppose it's like a pseudo base race. This one hurts. I wish I didn't lose this, but it is what it is. The piers are so easy to take down. You always want to do that. Here's his sampans, which he's built to fight off my sampans, and now he's going to destroy the rest of my fishing ships. Has he noticed yet? Probably not. I don't know. But I've started to pump out troops. Luckily, I have the resources. You know, I am still microing hard with my workers to make sure I don't lose resources. Meanwhile, my mate is not idle. He's decided he's going in. He's going in. He's going to cause Red some trouble here. So it's almost like we're swapping. If you look at it, there's action in Red's base. There's action in Orange's base. And there's quick hide those workers. And there's actions in Yellow's base. And I'm going in now too. And now he's noticed the pings are coming out. The panics pings. He's like, holy crap, what's going on here? I bring out the hand rams. Hell yeah. And I'm about to be this guy's worst nightmare. However, my base is not looking so hot. So it's not being so great. In times like this, I'm grateful for my workers that are in his base. You know, in hindsight, I wonder if I could have built a poultry yard there. Anyway, Red's base is not looking good either. Look at him. Absolutely screwed, if I may say so. Oh, pikeman here too. I didn't even notice that. Nice one. What my mate could have done is gone for his fishing ships. Look at all of this. Always go for the piers because they're so easy to take down. It's such a small investment, but the impact is massive. It's a huge amount of food. So if my mate had seen that, can he see that? Let's check on him. Yeah, he can see it. There's not really an excuse to not have gone for it, but he's smashing it anyway. He's doing a great job. I'm here taking out what I can. Yellow is now pumping out troops to try and stop me. The thing is, I don't expect to destroy Yellow's base, but my plan is to keep Yellow in his base and not supporting Red for as long as possible. Because Yellow is panicked about his own base, so he can't go and help Red right now. Meanwhile, my base is slowly falling. My micro of in and out workers can only take me so far. One by one, as you can see, buildings are starting to crumble. He runs away with his horses. His attention is being stretched. The only person who's safe during all of this is Blue. And I had to destroy one of these because my fucking archers were getting stuck. It's so annoying when that happens. I had to destroy one. But the only person who's safe is Blue here. He's winning this massively right now. More hand rams, but unfortunately the Yellow's reaction now and my resources are starting to really plummet. Because now he's hit light knights, he doesn't have to be as afraid of my towers. Thankfully, and this is by chance, but genuinely this is a critical difference, that I have hit Middle Ages at the same time as him. Because if I didn't, look how quickly he's taken out these houses, my main base would be gone. My main base would be destroyed, and I can upgrade these towers to actually do damage to him and to be a threat. He has very cleverly decided he's just going to go for my houses, and then this means that I can't even pump out troops because I start getting very pop cap limited. How's my resources doing? Let's have a look, because my mate's resources are doing pretty well. Yeah, so I realize I have wood still, so I start building rocket cannons to be a pain in this guy's ass because they only cost wood. It does look like my mate's oh yes, that's right, my mate has chased my mate has chased all these workers to his base. So during a short period of time here, there were all four players were in Yellow's base. I bet he thought he was going to be safe this game, eh? But he chased down all his workers, and then they sort of turned and started throwing spears and then archers and stuff. So my mate's forces died, but not without killing an absolute boatload of archers, boatload of workers. My base is pretty much screwed now. To be honest, he should be going for the poultry yard. I'm not sure why he's not doing that, but you know, it's all right. I guess the houses, to be fair, are also a good priority. So I start continuing to be a thorn in his side. Blue's sending more and more to kind of be a choke. He's sending his squads over that look very much like swordsmen. I got to admit, his new model is cool, but it's not as shiny as the original, and yeah, it really looks like swordsman. Right, I managed to take this stuff down. So I'm continuing to be annoying, and then Blue decides, you know what, forget this. You've got Yellow locked in his base. Like, I don't need to keep helping you with this. I'm going to stop Red from recovering. So he's going to go and smash Red now. The only thing Red's really got going for him is the fact that he's still destroyed my base, and he's only got a few of them left thanks to these upgraded Guardian towers. These these methylated ones aren't doing much. So finally, I am clear, guys. I've got nearly no workers. I've got no houses. So I need to start rebuilding from scratch. Luckily, again, like I said, I've still got these guys. Blue is now storming in now. A swarm of militiamen. Any light knights Red has left he's using to defend his own base. I'm still here. I bet Yellow hates me. If you're watching this, Kushek Executioner, I apologize for this behavior. But it is what it is. It is what it is. If anything, Red should be apologizing to me. Did you see that dirty cavalry attack? He got me. This rebuilding is going to take a while. So really the primary action is happening in Red's base. So let's keep watching this for now. The horse archers. Honestly, I don't know if they're really any good. Militiamen are really dealing some damage to them. And you can hear buildings crumbling in the background. Or at least you should if I fixed my OBS. Yeah, squad's going in. I guess my mate's attention is a bit split right now. There you go. He looks over and realizes, oh, a lot of Yellow's forces have come up to try and protect Red. I bet Red is saying, dude, critical, Red alert, I need help right now. You know, so Yellow abandons his own base. I guess he feels like he's safe here because I can't construct any troops because I'm so poor. I do finally amass enough resources rebuilding that I can make some archers. So now that he's gone, I'm like to Blue, don't worry, bro. Don't worry, I'm gonna get him now. So I'm gonna start taking his archers. Yellow is probably feels absolutely torn in both directions. I even have enough resources to upgrade these to be really irritating for him. Really cement my hold. I'm not leaving, mate. This is my base, not your base, I'm thinking. So they do manage to help Red here. Blue has sort of got a few more units out here, militiamen. Oh, he does take the pier, well done. He does manage to take the pier in the end, which is great work. But the thing is, you know, out of the frying pan and into the fire, as the expression goes, because it's about to get a lot worse for them. They think they're safe, they're not safe. The only thing they kind of got going well for them at the moment, of course, is that they are slowly taking this hold away from me. He's finally got ballistas up, which he can use to take these buildings, and after I lose these buildings, you know, I don't have the resources to really continue this. But as I said to my mate Blue, I'm going to stay here for as long as possible. I'm not going to give up here until the very last building is gone. I still don't have any production units in my own base. What's the point? I can't afford it. Alright, let's keep going. Let's look at Kushek Executioner. He's got a lot of resources he could be spending. I guess there's so much going on, it's hard to concentrate. 3 armies clash here. 3 armies. To that. Or do I hear musket fire? Yes, I do. Blue's advantage is starting to pay off now as he's got his strelets out. Kushek Executioner should really be doing more with these resources. Spend, spend, spend. You're in a dire position. What's Bubak's resources looking like? He's starting to get his resources back too. I don't know why he's only got stables, bro. Build some barracks. You got the wood for it. I guess in the moment it's always easier to say these things, you know. When I look at my own play, I say this stuff as well. I say, why didn't I do this? This was such an obvious move, you know. How could I forget to build cannons, you know, stuff like that. Oh look, it's nice to see these players are sharing resources as well. He's like, dude, I'm desperate for food. He sends him food. The problem is he's getting hacked away. Can they stop this? Can they stop this? Yellow is getting his resources here. He's investing all his army to destroy. He's like, I'm going to stop Skillion now once and for all. And then he's like, no, wait, I need to go and help Red. This is what happens when you split your opponent's attention. At the moment, our bases are safe. You know, oh, he's coming in for the repairs. He's being chased away now by squads and militiamen. Well played to my mate here. He's even sprinkled in a few grenadiers. Yeah, Red couldn't afford going to late Middle Ages. Neither could I, to be honest. Ooh. Love to see a few grenadiers sprinkled in there. I don't know if it's competitive, but you know what? Sometimes everything has a niche, right? And sometimes maybe just having a few grenadiers, throw a few grenades in there, makes a big difference. They immediately GG, and that's the end of the game. This is the state of play at the end. I still had one tower! So I stayed until the very end. I was so annoying for this guy. He had the C for the whole game though. I was only just starting to recover with my houses even, let alone everything else. I was surprised he didn't. I was worried he was going to try and drop some troops off here. He could have, but he didn't. But to be honest, they just didn't hurt blue at all. They didn't hurt blue, and that's why they couldn't stop his onslaught when he reached late Middle Ages. And I wonder if yellow reached... Oh, I can't click it now, it's building destroyed. But he didn't have any late Middle Ages units, so even if he had reached it, it doesn't matter. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Look, at this point, even I was able to start sending some help. I'm like, I got you, buddy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Peace out.